navigation bar. Anyone using Google, whether or not you're on Google+, you'll notice that the navigation bar is standard across all of the Google offerings. So looking at this slide in the top left-hand corner on the right of my name, it says Gmail, Calendar, Documents, Photos, Sites, Search, More, and then it's got the drop-down box. This navigation bar is appearing on all of the Google products. What we're looking at is in the right-hand corner here. This is the connection, if you like, to Google+. So here you can see you've got my face there. There's the word share, and that's how you can share content right off the navigation bar wherever you are on Google. There's a 2 you can see there, a white 2 in a red box. That's telling me that I've got 2 notifications. So people have either commented on something I've said, they've shared it, all kinds of things have added me to their circle, which is like friending on Facebook or connecting on LinkedIn. So this navigation bar is starting to, well, it's appearing now on Google, and it's making it the experience for you to share through Google Plus anywhere on the search results that you might be on. So you might be on another Google tool and you can share what you find quite easily and quickly through the navigation bar. So first of all, let's have a look at the Google Stream. So the Google Stream is very, very similar to the Facebook Stream. So it's where the information that is shared by your connections comes up. So it's what your friends are sharing, and it's like the Facebook newsfeed. So look, just quickly looking at it, top left-hand corner, it's got your name and so forth. Down the left-hand side, you've got a number of lists there, so you can see they're my circles. Now, in Google Plus language, a circle is like friending somebody. So when you add someone as a friend on Facebook, you circle them, or you add them to a circle on Google Plus. So what I've noticed is with the jargon on all of these various social media platforms, doing the same thing is called different things based on the platform. So Facebook, you friend someone. LinkedIn, you connect with someone. YouTube, you subscribe to their channel. Twitter, you follow someone. Google Plus, you circle them. So you're doing the same thing. It's just a different languaging. So don't be too confused or get too concerned about not knowing what all this means. It's just you're doing a similar thing. It's just called something slightly different depending on the platform that you're on. So like on Facebook, you can see in the center section there, that's where the updates are coming through from anybody that are in your circles, okay? And like on Facebook at the very top there, you can share what you're up to. So that's the stream on Google+. So it's just like a news feed on your Facebook page, your Facebook profile when you log in on your home on Facebook. Okay, so like I said, it's just what friends are sharing. Now, the profile. Google Plus's profile is similar to most profiles in that you can load up your photo, you can share about your websites, your information about what you do, your interests, your occupations, that kind of thing. So go in there when you first create your Google Plus profile and populate it as you would with anything else on your other social media platforms. So, for example, you go into Facebook and you put your info in there on your profile. Go to Google Plus and populate this detail here and go and make sure it's up to date, because if you're using any of the Google platform applications that we've spoken about already, this is going to be there anyway. So it could be out of date. It might not have anything in there. Go in there and put the information that you want people to know about you and how you will be found. There's another couple of cool things that you'll see when you go and look at your profile. So this is an example of my profile. You can see my photo on the left. And immediately below my name, you can basically do a tagline. So I show business owners how to put cash in their pockets using online strategies. So in that little byline, you put there how you want people to know about you, because that's what shows up when somebody hovers their mouse on your face on Google Plus with a potential of adding you to their circle. It tells them about you, and so they're going to make a decision based on that as to whether or not they add you to their circle. Now, immediately below that in the center there, you can see in red it says posts. So it shows the posts that I've been sharing on my Google Plus profile. But then to the right of that, you've got about, photos, videos, and also plus ones. So it's in the About section that you want to populate that information. But it's also in the About section where you have links to your other social media profiles. So if you're on other social media platforms, include all of those links in there because they're all clickable links and it's other ways for people to find you. And another couple of really cool things I wanted to mention when you're going and looking at About on your profile is that you can also include links that you recommend. So this is a good way for you to perhaps share about maybe an event coming up or a product that you have, which is a specific page on your website or your blog. You can have a recommended link that goes right into that. So not just to your homepage, but right down into that. So that's something to consider. And the other really cool section in the links area that you want to consider on your profile is called Contributor To. And so let's say, for example, you've written an article and it's been published by somebody online. So, for example, you might have contributed something to Women's Network Australia and they popped it on their blog. Put those in your profile on Google Plus as a contributor to. So it shows Google and also anybody else visiting that you're an author and you're contributing great content to other people. So it's another way of putting that tick of approval, if you like, on your profile that you're somebody that Google should take notice of. Now, the final section there is the plus ones, and that's for any recommendations around that you've seen. They show up there, and I've got a slide on that in just a moment. So next, I wanted to cover Google Plus Circles, and I know I'm going through this quite quickly, but I wanted to get through everything on this presentation. We had a little bit of an issue at the start. So Google Plus Circles, it's Google's version of the Facebook friend or the Twitter list. So on Facebook, you can add people to lists, and on Twitter, you can add people to lists. So you can likewise do that kind of thing on Google Plus by creating and adding people to your circles. So you can select multiple friends and you just drop and drag them onto a circle. And it's pretty cool. Once they come up, you just grab them and drop them, and I've got a slide on that in just a moment. And what's really powerful about it is it's much easier to segment what you share with your family, friends, colleagues, or the various circles. So, for example, if you're listening and you run a program where you have people that might be part of a membership site, or they've all attended an event that you ran, you can create a circle and add everybody that's part of that program or that came to that event to that particular circle. And then you can share content about that. Perhaps you had some bonuses that you wanted to give them, or some special content or links that only you want them to see. You can share that on your Google Plus profile just to that particular circle, and nobody else will see it. So you can see it's really quite a cool way to segment what you share. So this is what the Google Circles look like. Down the bottom there, you can see I've got, there's just 5 that are shown at the moment. And the first one there, which is in the bottom left, drop here to create a circle. So as soon as I drop and drag somebody's box, so when I hover my mouse on any of those faces in those rectangles, I can basically pick them up and drop them onto a circle. And when I do that, Google does this really cool animation when I add and remove people, which you can see here in the bottom right-hand corner. It kind of expands it look like one of those old telephone dials on a telephone. And as you pick somebody up and drop them onto a circle, it pops them into the circle. And you can do that as often as you like. There is a daily limit of around about 1,000 people you can add to your circles. But basically, there's lots of different ways that you can go and search for people that you like to connect with, and you can put them all into various circles that you've created and named, and you can edit your circles and you can rename them. So, for example, on the left-hand side there, you can see a big red button that says Create Circle. So that's one way that you can create a circle, or you can just drop them down onto the bottom left there on that grey one, and as soon as you drop a person onto that circle, it's going to ask you to name it, and you can start getting your circles going that way. Google will suggest people to add to the circles based on the ones that you've added. So like how Facebook suggests people based on mutual connections, Google will start putting people in the top suggestions there. You can see it starts suggesting people to you based on who you've already connected with. Or you can find people via the various free mailing systems on the left-hand side there. So that's a pretty cool way to move people around. And people can be added to more than one circle as well. So you might add people to, so I've got one called Business Women. I've also got one called Network. So I might choose to add the same person to both of those circles. But let's say I was running an event where it would be of only interest to women. Well, I'd share that with my Business Women circle. I wouldn't necessarily include those updates to my Network circle. So you can see how you can quickly and easily segment sharing and so forth using your circles. Next, we've got photos, and photos. It's pretty similar to how you would look.
Sorry, yes, I'm interrupting again, but could you just go back one step? So
yes.
When I add people to my circle, what happens on the other side? Like for the people.
For the people,
yeah.
They'll get a notification in their notification bar. So their little bar will say 1, and when they click on that, it'll say Kath has added you to her circle.
And then they can accept or decline.
Pardon?
They can accept or decline.
Well, it's not an accepting or declining per se. It just informs them that they've been added to your circle. Now, they're not told what circle they've been added to or the name of it. The naming of the circles is your own private thing, but they've been told that you've added them to one of your circles.
Okay, so I can add people to my circle. So see, that's a little bit, I've got a bit of a problem with that. I don't really understand how this works. So anyone can add me into their circles and then I get their updates.
No, they will get your updates. You only get the updates of people that you've added to your circle. They've added you. If they add you to their circle, it's because they want to hear from you. And so anytime you update, and if you are in someone else's, so let's say I've added you to my circle, right? You don't see my updates, I see your updates. And then anytime you post about the webinar or whatever, it comes into my Google Plus stream that Kat is talking about this. And you can go in and if you've added someone to your circle and they're posting too much, you can, there's a little button that has a volume that you can work out how much you want to hear from them, or you can mute the posts from the people as well.
Okay, so it's a bit more like Twitter in that sense.
How so?
Oh, forget it. I'm just, in Facebook you accept or decline, so you kind of connected with each other, whereas on Twitter you can
Yes. In that respect, it's like Twitter, that you follow someone on Twitter and you don't necessarily stop someone following you. People just follow you to see what you're saying. So on Google Plus, someone would circle you to see what you're saying.
Okay. Cool. Thanks a lot.
Yes, that's a good analogy. So that's right. And so then what generally tends to happen, because you're notified, so let's say I add you to my circle, you get a notification to say Wendy's added you to her circle. And then you can go and check out Wendy if you don't know who that is, and then you can decide whether or not you circle me back.
Okay, got it.
So that's very Twitter-ish, if you like, because often when people follow you, you follow them back. So that's a very that's probably a better way to describe it. Yes.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
Okay. No worries. Okay. So photos. It's like most social media platforms. You can upload photos to share with your friends or the people that you've circled. You can tag photos, and I guess the one difference that Google Plus has, it has a little simple browser-based image editor. So you can go in and you can edit your images, so you can crop them and just play around a bit with them when you've loaded them up. So that's a slight difference. So here's just an example of a photo that's been shared. So in the top right-hand corner there, you can see you can there's add a new tag. So you can tag this photo just like you would on Facebook when you use the @ symbol. You can just tag if somebody wants to be included in the photo, and also commenting. Now, this layout of the photos, Facebook has recently changed to this layout. I'm not sure if anyone listening has noticed that. When you go and look now at a photo on Facebook, it's of a very similar layout, and they've even included Facebook ads in the bottom right-hand corner as well.